Iraqi Army soldiers training at a military base south of Baghdad. It is soldiers like these that 6 U.S. Advice and Assist Brigades, part of the forces remaining in Iraq, will be helping to train in the coming year.
The purpose for the training today.
U.S. advisors will provide training advice and what they call enablers, such as surveillance equipment and air support.
Some of those are U.S. property.
But Lieutenant Colonel Joe Corsido is quick to point out that Iraqi security forces are in full command.
Together, they've got the mission. They're very good at this. We just help bring in those few enablers that are not yet resident in the Iraqi Army.
Iraqi Army 17th Division Commander Ali Faraji is in charge of the South Baghdad area. When asked if his men could handle the recent surge in violence, he became defensive. He said the level of violence has been taken out of proportion and pointed out that 4 years ago there were 100 attacks each week in central Baghdad, while there have been only 33 attacks in the last 3 months.
The operation and training sections.
U.S. commanders agree that rocket and mortar attacks have picked up in the last 2 months. They say this is because a Shia militia group recently returned from training in Iran. But in defense of the Iraqi security forces, U.S. Brigadier General Ralph Baker says concern that the recent wave of violence is related to the U.S. drawdown is unfounded.
And it's simply not the case because for almost the last 9 months to a year, U.S. forces over here in the Baghdad province have not been actively involved in unilateral offensive operations against insurgents or terrorists. We have been consistently advising, supporting, and training the Iraqi security forces, and it's the Iraqis who have been conducting those operations.
Many of these U.S. advisors are on their second and third tours in the assistance role. They say they have seen dramatic improvement in both the skill and professionalism of the Iraqi Army.
They're doing pretty good, sir.
Private First Class Gaudreau has been teaching marksmanship.
They're drastically improving. Yesterday, they're all scattered throughout the target. I don't know if the guys next to me are super tight.
U.S. commanders here say they are fully confident the Iraqi security forces can handle the insurgents. They point out that many of those involved in the recent bombings have already been apprehended. They acknowledge there is a lot of room for improvement, but stress that building an army is a long-term endeavor. Jeff Swicord, VOA News, Baghdad.